Now, while so many things closed down or are postponed, we haven't yet heard about the GCSEs and A-levels and whilst these important exams are important, will they go ahead is the big question despite the coronavirus. And even if your studying is disrupted, then Jemma Smith is here to help. She runs a tuition agency which is called the Education Hotel. Jemma, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. Thank you.
Lovely to hear you. Thanks for coming on for this morning. First of all, what is the Education Hotel? This sounds incredible.
So we're based in Oxfordshire, near Woodstock, but we've got over 30 tutors around the county, and we offer online tuition, which is important nowadays, as well as face-to-face.
So what age groups do you mostly deal with then at the Education Hotel? Is it right across the board or is it specific?
So our youngest student is 6,
Wow.
our eldest is 19, but at the moment it's very much tailored towards the GCSEs and the A-levels that are coming up. And so we've got a lot of slightly anxious students who are on our hands at the moment.
I'll bet, because it's so up in the air at the minute, isn't it? We don't know what's going to happen with any exam, whether it'll happen. If it was a thing they were postponed, Jemma, what would happen? Like with university admissions and all that, I suppose. What would happen?
Oh, there's a question. I'm unsure as to what is due to happen in that the government at the moment are talking it over. As far as everyone, schools, tuition agencies, etc., have been told, we will be trying to push forward with those exams, and that is what we make really clear to our students, is that although they might be on school closure, it's going to be important over the next couple of weeks to really push forward for those exams until we find out if they're going to be postponed or not.
Yeah. Well, so I suppose watch this space really and see what happens. Was this your own idea, the Education Hotel, or how did you get involved with it, Jemma?
Yes, so I'm the director, and I set us up after working. I've worked for 8 years as a tutor myself, both in the UK as well as supporting students internationally, ones who travel, etc.
Yeah.
And I thought that there was a good market in Oxfordshire. There's a lot of people who need that support.
Well, as I say, we're never short of a student around Oxford, that's for sure. So if people want to get involved with the Education Hotel and obviously the online one-to-ones, internet access obviously is the first thing you need. Which is most important. I suppose for less wealthy people getting online and stuff like that, is there a way of people to get involved in other ways with the Education Hotel?
Yes. So over the last couple of days, we've been trying to get in contact with Oxfordshire food banks, really. We've got a list of activities that don't require the internet.
Right,
and
yeah.
At the moment, we're trying to get those printed, sent out, so that if there is school closures, we can support people all around Oxfordshire, not just those that can access online learning.
Well, that's a good idea. So that'll be the food banks right across the county if you can.
Yeah, the idea is to try and push it far and wide.
So the key piece of advice here, Jemma, I suppose for parents or for anyone listening this morning, and if they've got to keep their children at home from school, any top tips?
With the younger ones, realise that learning is everywhere. So we support a large number of homeschooling students, and things that we do include baking. You can use math in baking. There's ratio, there's volume, there's shapes. We do writing poems, we do songs. With a homeschooling group that a homeschooling family just recently, we've done a whole unit on plants. So it doesn't have to be work-based. It doesn't have to be sitting down writing.
Yes.
But there are activities out there. If you can learn what the best plant growing conditions are, that's in the Key Stage 3 curriculum.
Yes. So it's all, as I say, it's everyday learning, isn't it? It's all what we can involve. Yeah. I mean, we just had an email from a listener saying that, they're at home today cooking with one of their carers, because of, they can't get out and about. So that's an interesting thing because, you bring mathematics into cooking. It's a clever idea.
Yeah, and lots of what we do when we do face-to-face is quite a lot of practical learning for the younger students. For those that are doing A-levels, GCSEs, it is a little bit more tricky because it is a lot more practice.
Yes.
We are in those final stretches. We do need to be really pushing it and working with making sure everything's timetabled and all practice is getting on.
Yeah.
But
Especially
with the
those-
younger ones,
Yeah.
there's some more practical activities.
Wonderful. Jemma, thank you for joining us this morning. If people want to get more information, how can they do that, please? And where can they find you on the internet?
So we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and we have our website, which is www.educationhotel.co.uk.
Fantastic. Jemma, lovely to talk to you, and continued success with the Education Hotel. Jemma Smith, out in your